be emailed to the client. Once this bill is created, it is entered into the system and it would move into an AR account. And depending on the presentation of accrual or cash, it will be presented on your balance sheet or just remain in the system for reporting purposes. Let's move on to the final part of this and talk about the accounting of PC law. Accounting is the third piece of this puzzle. Let's take a look at this tab. As you can see, there's other features on here for the payables and processing payables, and check writing and receiving. So it really covers all the receipts and disbursements that are required of all accounting systems, and even bank-to-bank transfers to help simplify the process. Please note too that you could integrate payroll with the specific LexisNexis ADP system. It is specific to LexisNexis, and there is no other payroll systems that will link with it. However, the ADP system that does integrate with it does work really well, and it is a phone-in procedure, and it does sync right over to PC Law and post to the proper accounts. It just requires a minimal amount of setup. Let's take a look at the accounting setup. As you can see, we can identify our general ledger accounts, and we could track our accounts exactly how we want to. What this is going to do is going to make up the structure of our financial statements and for our financial reporting. We could create whatever nicknames we want if they're alphanumeric and as many characters as we like. You could also report by departments too. If you have multiple departments in your firm or want to report partner levels as departments too, it could be a very useful tool in trying to segregate expenses. You have the ability to make any changes you like on these. The only time you can make changes are to these fee accounts and any account with a control item in it. These are the ones that are automatically controlled by PC Law and help populate your accounting ledgers. Going back a step to the general setup, there are other ways we can control how the accounting is being reported. By the types of law, this would help with our internal reporting. If we want to see revenue by the type of law, we could then produce reports like this. It really is just an internal tool used for billing too. And reporting by our task codes, again, another internal tool. But again, please note that this is used for task-based billing if you want to get those bills out. But it is an internal tool to see what type of billable work is being presented or non-billable work is being recorded. Explanation codes is something we touched on when the time recording. We can make the changes to the ones that are already in the system here, or we could view the task-based billing ones in here as well. And the lawyer and rates tab is where we set up our lawyers and their associated rates. Digging a little bit deeper into the accounting, let's look at what the reports look like. If we select reports and go to the GL statements, let's take a look at what the income statement and balance sheet look in real time. I'm going to change the period to reflect the current period for this PC Law demo. Okay, we're going to send this to our screen and take a look at it. As you can see, we have a net income of $3,300. This is exactly how it would print. It looks like a pretty good financial statement. And if we close this, we'll see our balance sheet. As you can see, our balance sheet is grouped accordingly with our current assets, fixed assets, our liabilities, both short and long, and our equity capital accounts. All this does balance, and PC Law does everything it will to balance these accounts, so we do have a balanced balance sheet and a proper income statement. To cap off the discussion of accounting, I would like to make mention how PC Law actually does perform these procedures in the system. If you were just to go in the daily tasks and your accounting, and just maintain your cash inflow and your cash outflow properly, it's going to produce pretty specific financial statements. In closing for the accounting system, I would just like to say that please note that PC Law does have the capability of being a very robust system or a very basic system depending on your needs and wants. You can set this up for multiple departments or simply just one location with minimal general ledger accounts. You can actually take it a step further and identify cost centers and separate categories too for reporting. This will conclude our essential reporting within PC Law. We're going to actually move on to our next bullet point. On to our third bullet point. PC Law helps maintain fiscal compliance at our firm. Things such as making trust accounting easy, built-in software controls to prevent fraudulent transactions from occurring, and real-time reporting and reconciliations. Let's talk about trust accounts. Trust and state IOLTA accounts are required by every firm and are required to be kept in compliance to prevent debarment and other penalties. Typically, during a compliance audit, one of the first questions they'll ask is how you account for your trust accounts. If you respond with that you have a software that automatically sets up the proper liabilities for trust funds received, further questioning can